This is the MAT1F. It's a very small automatic antenna tuner dedicated to the Yaesu FTX-1 Field. It's only rated at 10 watts, so it can only be used with the FTX-1 Field, not with the FTX-1 Optima. And it's a very lightweight unit, but it is a serious add-on for the Yaesu FTX-1 because the FTX-1 Field doesn't have an internal ATU. So let's have a look at it. At one end we've got the input, BNC input, RF input, and we've also got a data connection there, and that is designed to feed data from this ATU into the FTX-1 Field for operation. On the other end, we've got a coax output, BNC output, and also a couple of banana sockets, red and black. The idea is that you can either use this with a coax line, or you can use it with a wire arrangement. So you put an end-fed wire in that terminal there, and a counterpoise come earth in that point there. So you've got two options. You can either use this for a coax system or a wire system. You get two leads within the package. As the BNC connector there, which is designed to go back to the radio. That's 1 meter long. And you've got the all-important data cable, which has got the right connections to go into the back of the radio, the Yaesu radio, and the other end goes into the antenna tuner there. There's only one indicator on the unit. This is a little LED here, which green means that it's online and red means it's tuning, and if it's not a light then it's offline. This LED will automatically light as soon as you put the cable in and turn your FTX-1 Field on. That data lead, by the way, is also 1 meter long, so the maximum distance you can use this antenna matching unit from the FTX-1 Field is about 1 meter. The data lead is connected to the back of the FTX-1 Field at this socket here, and the top socket there is the HF antenna connection. So you'll connect your lead from this top connector here to the input of the antenna tuning unit. Before you can use the tuner, you need to set the radio up. So you go into the menu system, you want menu section 3, and you've got operation settings there. Press that. You go right down to the bottom where it says options, and then at the top, antenna 1, you want to set that to external, EXT. That means to say that the transceiver is expecting and will control an external antenna tuning unit. Then go back to the main menu, make sure that you've got the antenna tune on. And if I bring the camera out a bit, you can see on the right there you've got the antenna tuner. If I press this button here, antenna tune, you see that it's very quick actually. Once it's found a frequency or been on that frequency before, it's very quick to tune. It did that in half a second. So let's see how the tuner works. My antenna system at the moment is basically an end-fed wire with a 9-to-1 unun, and the only counterpoise is the coax cable going back to the transceiver. It's not a particularly good match on any band. Certainly the antenna tuner in the Optima won't match it on 80 meters. It struggles a bit on 40 meters. So it'd be interesting to see how this antenna unit copes on those two bands, and we'll also check it out on the higher bands as well, because with an antenna tuner it's always interesting to see how capable it is. And as I say, if this antenna tuner can match this antenna on 80 meters and 40 meters with ease, then it's got quite a wide matching range, because as I say, the Optima internal antenna tuner, it struggles a bit on 40 meters because it's a fairly high VSWR, and it doesn't even begin to match on 80 meters. Not so much criticism of the ATU, more criticism of the antenna system. Anyway, let's test it out and see how we get on. Now, interestingly enough, with the Yaesu FTX-1 Field and Optima, if you go into the menu system and you select a particular menu item like that, that menu item is stored on the menu button here. That means to say that every time you press the menu button, you trigger the antenna tuner. I first tested it in the garden to simulate a portable situation and wondered how the tuner would cope with just a random length of wire and very simple counterpoise. This is the temporary setup I've rigged up outside. It's going to rain shortly, so I can't spend too much time outside. But I've managed to tune a length of about 30 foot of wire and about 25 foot of counterpoise line on the ground, and the ATU matches perfectly okay. Even on 80 metres I can get 80, 40, 20, 17 metres. I haven't tried 15, 12 or 10 because it's just spitting with rain, but I'm pretty sure that would be okay. But you can see a very simple setup. And the great thing about this is that the ATU is powered by the enormous great battery on the Yaesu FTX-1 Field. I have to say it's a bit of a lash up. I'll zoom into the ATU, and I didn't have any banana plugs, but I've just poked bare wire, or bare wire ends anyway, into the back of the ATU where it says wire and earth. And as I say, one wire goes down to the ground, just lying on the ground. Trace it along here, it's lying on there, goes onto the grass. And the other wire comes up from the table there, into the fig tree, and just along the top of the fence. I mean, it's a lash up, but it does prove that the ATU works. And I'm going to show you on the screen now the result of just one CQ on 40 and one CQ on 20 metres with this lash up. The radio is now set up on 40 metres. Press this to activate the tuner. And there we are. Got power out on 40 metres. Now this antenna is an end-fed 9-to-1 antenna, 9-to-1 unfed and a wire approximately 70 foot long. And it's not a good match on any band really, it's a compromise. So it is a good test for this antenna matching unit to see how it will cope with reasonable VSWR on several bands. So 40 metres fine. Let's now check it on 80 metres. Now I'll set the radio up on 80 metres. That's a particular difficult band to match because there's quite a lot of reactance on this antenna. The internal antenna tuner in the Optima won't match it. It's too much of it. So it'd be interesting to see how this antenna tuner copes, whether it will match it. So let's try. And there we are. We've got good output on 80 metres. Now let's see if we can push it even further. Be interested to see whether this actual tuner can make my antenna work on 160 metres. There's no way that the internal antenna tuner in the Optima will make this antenna or match this antenna on 160 metres, and I think even my FT710 struggles. So we'll set it up on 160 metres and see how we get on. Well, there we are. There we are. We've got a match on 160 metres. Now, something else I've found out is that once the antenna tuner has found a match on a band, when you go back to that band, it memorises it. So at the moment I'm on 40 metres. If I can get back onto 160, hold this down. That's on 160 now. See what happens. Yeah. So that's a very handy feature. The matching unit's got a good memory, and once you've achieved a match on a particular band or particular frequency on that band, it memorises it, and it's almost instantaneous. It's quite remarkable. I've now adjusted resonance on every band. The two bands that it won't match are 10 megahertz and 50 megahertz, and that's really a function of the antenna. The reactance is just too much on those two bands for the antenna matching unit to cope, but that's understandable. It is quite horrendous. But let me show you how it's remembered all the settings now as I go through the band. So first of all, we're on 160 meters. Just remember that. 80 meters. Remember that. I'm going to go past 60 meters. I haven't done that one. 40 meters. Remember that one. 10 megahertz, 30 meters, it won't cope. 20 meters, remember that one. 18 megahertz, remember that one. 21 megahertz, remember that one. 12 meters, remember that one. And 10 meters, remembered that one. So that's quite remarkable. It's remembered all those settings. It just stumbled on 10 megahertz and 50 megahertz. But as I say, the reactance is quite high on this antenna, and none of the matching units that I've got will match the antenna on those two frequencies. So the MAT-1F is a very capable little antenna matching unit. It's so small, it's so compact, and yet it's so functional. It does exactly what you want. And although I couldn't match my antenna on 10 megs and on 50 megs, it doesn't surprise me because the reactance is pretty awful. And another antenna tuner I've got also struggled. So it's not surprising. But for ordinary use, it's certainly going to match almost anything you throw at it within reason. And it's certainly a handy little tool. It's not expensive either, and of course it's self-powered, it's powered from your transceiver. It is dedicated to the FTX-1 transceiver, and remember, of course, it only handles 10 watts, so don't try and use it with the Optima. But if you're going to go out portable, I think it's probably the ideal unit to take with you, and just pop it in the case, connect it up, and you're on the air in minutes really, with a bit of wire and a counterpoise or whatever you like to sling at it. And of course, if you want to use it for home use, no problem at all. So it's a great little item. You'll have a lot of fun with it. We got it in stock at the moment. Check it on our website. I think you'd be quite impressed with the price. And really and truly, if you've got the Yaesu FTX-1 Field, it makes so much sense. I can't think of any other matching unit that I would recommend. It's low cost, highly efficient, does the job. Can't ask for better than that, can you? In the meantime, you enjoy Ham Radio, you take care, and as usual, look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.